three boys, wonderful boys. I have a very supportive husband. We've been married for about 25 years. Just a tug and interest. It's like, there's no way I can go. I can't raise that kind of money. I can't leave my kids. Let it go a little bit. Still in the back of my mind, started reading a book with my small group. It was called Radical, and it was on commissioning and doing missionary work around the world. And it was still like the voice in the back of your head, like, you're doing this, whether you want to do it or not, you're doing this. So I'm like, okay, if I could do it, I'm doing it with my group. So I just presented it to my small group one day and asked, hey, does anybody want to go to Romania with me? And they're like, yeah, we'll do it. So, and it probably was the very first trip. Something I won't ever forget is there's village days, so every Monday is market day. But there was this woman standing outside the vendor, just, begging. And everybody went in and was ordering their food and got their food, and this woman was just, wanting something to eat. Definitely one of the homeless gypsies. So I went out and grabbed this, put my arm around her and led her in to the picnic table. And you could just see the heads turn. Like, oh my gosh, what does she think she's doing? Bringing this gypsy woman in here. This isn't appropriate. All I kept thinking was this woman needed to eat. I'm not hungry. I want to sit. What would Jesus do? Jesus would, bring her in and sit with her and love on her. And afterwards I thought, oh, I'm going to get in trouble for this. I could have put us in danger. I could have put, because they were angry that I had done that. So I could have caused a big fuss by doing that. But just the smile on her face was just something I'll never forget. Just to bring her in and feed her, and then she had some of her kids come in and we fed them too. Yes, I've gone back. She ran up to me, gave me a big hug. We sat. We can't talk. I don't know their language, but we sat for probably half an hour. It's cold. I remember driving into the village and seeing small children that shouldn't be outside, in America by themselves, where you see these small children outside, no shoes on their feet, and there's frost, no clothes, naked, just out in the streets.
Do it on our own, and God uses so many of his children from all over the world. It brings them here with their talents, with their gifts, with their hearts, puts them together and throws them in a gypsy village, and it's a beautiful thing.
The children come for learning, prayer, schooling. If you sponsor a child, the sponsorship not only sponsors just that child, but that family of that child. So they're delivering food baskets. They're at their maximum as to how many children they can have in the program. Need more sponsorship before they can add any more children. But the Seeds of Hope program is something where they're bringing the young moms in with their newborn babies and teaching them how these women don't know how to play with their babies, they don't know how to care for their babies. And then they also get a Bible study, and learn about God. Moms of those kids come to certain classes, come in Fridays and do Joy Beads, a way of earning an income and earning some independence. My hope is Abel becomes a pastor. My hope is Mariana marries a man that's good to her. They have children, and those children aren't abused. My hope is those kids get educated. My hope is those kids are fed. My hope is those kids have a warm bed at night. My hope is that these kids will encourage the other kids of the village that there is God, there is a hope, that there's more to this than what they're seeing. Because
it is a country that is heavy and burdened with sad hearts and souls, carrying a large load, but it is also a country that is experiencing and tasting revival and renewing, and he's bringing freedom to a people group that have not tasted that yet.